you understand it's neo-feudalism and serfdom, that when England had maybe 500,000 people in it, 800, 900 years ago, in all of southern England, which was the main kingdom, that they were saying it was overpopulated then, and people were kept on tiny pieces of land at starvation level as a tool of control? I mean, do you want to be the one to go, maybe there are too many people? Go ahead and inject that child with the HIV. I mean, that's no different than taking a dagger and just plunging it into somebody's heart. Anything else, Scott?
About population control.
Pardon me?
Is that what everything is about? Does it all boil down to population control? I mean, the whole reason
Have you
why...
read, I've now read most of the 1,100-page book. In the last 4 weeks since we pushed it out and really broke it nationally, the eco-science textbook written by the White House science czar is the complete plan. Weather modifications that kill the crops you can't eat, forced sterilization, CPS taking all children at birth, giant communal living centers that the kids are brought up in. That's what China does. They signed a deal with the globalists to be made the global superpower if they do this. I mean, they mean business, pal. Yes, that's what it's about. And look, I want to tell the yuppies this. A lot of them think they're part of the elite. You're not getting exempt from the chemtrail, from the sodium fluoride, from the mercury, from the adjutants, from all of this. You're getting hit too. So you may want to slaughter these people at some greedy, primitive level, some tribal level. You don't understand the pie is limitless and we can always expand it. And that we're meant to push off to the stars. A life-creating, terraforming species. It's just going to be awesome if we can just get past these control freaks and these malfunctioning cancers. I mean, that's what these elite humans are. The elite call themselves elite, special species. In fact, Google, elite will split into separate species, guys. BBC, with them bragging how they're already a super species. Yeah, they're a super degenerate species. I mean, it's like a bed bug or fleas or something. I mean, there's nothing special. They don't have the true vision and love of life. And it's disgusting. And they use our love of life to disinform, to program us, to deprogram us from our natural programming and give us a false program. They take our love and say, be loving, kill yourself. It's for Earth. Oh. I mean, do you see how sick this is? Okay, well, it's clear I'm not getting to you. Listen, I appreciate your call. Listen, I appreciate your call. I got to move on to others. If you think the Earth may be overpopulated and you're calling from Texas, there's lots of high cliffs in the area, and I don't want you to kill yourself. But before you make that decision and support policies that are killing our kids and killing our women and killing our men and killing the third world, because they can really get away with the soft kill weapons on wider scale in the third world, before you do that, you should go to Africa, go to Latin America, look at these little kids in the eyes. And then, kill yourself. I mean, I don't want you to kill yourself, but before you kill somebody or before you support this passively, because it's some primitive level, it gives you a power trip of, oh, God, that feels powerful to kill people. Oh, yes. Before you get into that mode, show yourself the door, pal. Now, I know you're not really saying that, but I mean to those that extrapolate out that view. I mean, I tell Holdren, I tell Kissinger, I tell them all. I wish them no harm. I wish they'd wake up and get their souls back. Well, how is it moral that we need to die, but evil if we say they need to commit suicide? I mean, I tell Dr. Pianka at UT, buddy, nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you, pal. Me, I want every moment of life. I'm going to be like Darth Vader. I'm going to try everything I can to stay alive as long as possible that's moral. I'm not going to take Chinese slaves' organs, though, to do it. Coming up, I'm going to go over this Chris Matthews psychology. It's very important. Start of the next hour. Let's go ahead and talk to Philip in Tennessee. Philip, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, I'd like to touch on a news brief out of CBS Channel 2 Chicago.
The police are now going to shoot at fleeing cars?
Yes, no due process, and you only have to be suspected of committing a felony.
They passed a law that the police can force you out of your house without a warrant or anything now. They got rid of the castle doctrine here, too, in the name of hurricane evacuation, but it's wider. It's total tyranny is now happening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I knew you hadn't touched on it. You probably have a large stack of news to get on your desk.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because it's painful to go through these stacks. and I've got to make myself, in fact, producers make me do 30 minutes every day where I just at least read the headlines, then folks can think what they want about it. Yeah, that's CBS, and the Army's going to be involved as well. They're going to gun us down. It's all part of freedom.
Well, just wanted to make sure your listeners could Google that. Do a start page search on that. CBS Chicago, local police deadly force. They changed their policy. They now do not need to be under attack with a vehicle to open fire. So
no, they're just going to... No, exactly. We're dead. I mean, look, when you read Pentagon documents from the 50s and 60s, they said, we got to train the troops and police to kill citizens. How do we... And then after Kent State, they said, how do we train them? We train the public and the police at the same time. We give them soft kill weapons. They're called less lethal is their true name. Now, there's the headline. Chicago area new policy allows police to shoot at fleeing cars. And it says, yeah, they don't have to be in danger. They're going to murder you if you try to leave. And next it's going to be, you didn't pull over quick enough, so I killed you. Or next, you didn't know the police car was behind you, so they're going to shoot you. And there's this cult of just worshiping police and running around behind them and loving them and thanking them. And it's very sick. And the Chicago police are a murdering mafia. They're allowed to beat up women at bars who don't give them more drinks on TV and don't get in trouble. I mean, it's just total mafia run. Aaron Russo talks about that in his in the Reflections and Warnings. And I mean, I've got the Houston police chief saying they want to put cameras in everyone's homes with straight faces. I had the Bergen County police chief on. They have police chiefs in New Jersey over counties, and he said, I want to make everyone take a chip in the county. I mean, you know, anything else, sir?
You do a great job, Alex.
I appreciate your call. I'm glad you called about that. Human race will split into two different species. It says we will be a goblin-like creature. That's us right there, the little goblin. And the elite will be the super sapien. But they train you with the tasers and with the guns that shoot rubber bullets with the big flashes. They're getting everybody ready.